morning. Running to the gym. Don't want to go, but you gotta go. But let's talk about the Lions, man. And I seen a brother, well, not the brother, the dude from Woodward Sports, predict that the Lions would trade Hendon Hooker to the Steelers. Now, my thing is this: if the Detroit Lions keep Hendon Hooker, does that say more about Jared Goff? If Hendon Hooker's really in a demand and the Steelers don't go out there and get Aaron Rodgers, and the Lions keep Hendon Hooker, does that say they not married to Jared Goff? Do they have questions about Jared Goff? And I know they came out and say Jared Goff's our quarterback, but, for the most part, they did draft Hendon Hooker in the third or fourth round. And, let's be real, in the back of everybody's mind, most people in Detroit don't think Jared Goff can get it done. And despite him having to have hellified first playoff run, that first playoff run he had with the Detroit Lions, he wasn't the problem. He wasn't the problem. He played very, very well. Did he miss some throws? Yeah. He missed Jahmyr Gibbs right before the half on the Texas route that probably would have ended the 49er game, but hey, it happens. He missed, he threw a bad ball to Josh Reynolds on that fourth down play. And even that pick that he threw this playoffs versus the Commanders, in my opinion, that's what turned the game around. That's what ended the game. That was a 14-point swing. He threw a pick six. That was a 14-point swing. Even in that pick six, he shouldn't even been put in that position. Third and short, and you throwing the ball. And a team that's known to run the ball well, and a team that's known to go for it on fourth down, you call it empty set with no backfield protection with a non-mobile quarterback. And no matter how much I stress how Ben Johnson effed up on that play, nobody, a lot of people can't grasp that concept. But then again, you're talking to people who don't know football, who just think it's Madden. It's Madden. It's Madden. It's not Madden. So, obviously I think in that first playoff run, he showed that he can play. He showed that he wasn't the problem why they lost. If anything, the DBs were terrible. Last year, the defense was injured, and he turned the ball up. He had a bad moment. And we know Jared Goff has those stretches, like not this year, but the year they made the NFC Championship game. His bad stretch was during that little stretch when they played Chicago on Thanksgiving. In Green Bay, he had a few bad games. They got it together. You know what I'm saying? But there are glaring deficiencies with Jared Goff. One is his lack of mobility, and, that used to be the norm about 10, 15, 20 years, at least 10 years ago, that was the norm in the NFL. So I really can't say that's a huge deficiency, him not being able to run, but his lack of pocket mobility is an issue. Don't have the strongest arm, but very accurate over the middle, very accurate underneath. And then when he do throw some deep balls and he can, get it out there, he gets it to his receiver. So the arm is really not an issue. His ability to play well in crunch time is not an issue. The issue is throwing off platform. When he got to slide his feet or he got to move his feet and make a throw, that's the issue. That's the issue. That's the glaring issue with Hendon Hooker. That's the glaring issue with him. With Jared Goff. And by them keeping Hendon Hooker, I know they picked up Kyle Allen. Y'all act like they picked up another Sean Hill. But with them keeping them, and there are some teams with some glaring weaknesses at quarterback, Cleveland is in talks to take Dak, to trade for Dak, which I don't know how that money gonna work. Pittsburgh still needing a quarterback. It really ain't too many other options unless, Tennessee don't take a quarterback. The Giants took Jameson, Russell Wilson. So, for the most part, there's going to be quarterback. There ain't too many quarterback openings you're going to trade them to. I think by them keeping him, that's letting you know that at some point they probably plan on passing the baton to him as the quarterback. He's the complete opposite of Jared Goff in damn near every shape, form, and fashion. Mobile, great arm down the field, but has to learn to throw the ball underneath and in the middle, short and intermediate better. Goff reigns supreme there. So, as you know, I'm anticipating they drafted him to turn the keys over to him one day. Older quarterback, and it can happen sooner than later. You got to see how Goff's contract is structured. And now Goff really, really struggles without Ben Johnson, and he really struggles without them making any other significant upgrades to this offense. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, depending on how that contract structured. If a lot of that guaranteed money was due at signing and it's front loaded in this deal, don't be surprised. Atlanta starting Phoenix and keeping Kirk Cousins and paying Kirk Cousins his roster bonus and everything. You know? So, but them keeping Hooker, it may make the transition a lot easier. And obviously he wants to play, and it's hard to get them reps behind Jared Goff. But man, if something happened with Goff, or he plays bad, or something else happened, there's a huge opportunity out there for Hendon Hooker to step up and take advantage of it. And if he take the ball and don't look back, shit. The Lions are young enough where they can hit the reset button on with a younger quarterback. But it's a lot of things he has to learn that Jared Goff got. It's Goff's calmness in the pocket, Goff's ability to beat the defense with his mind, going through his progressions, forming a rapport with the receivers. There's a lot that goes into that, in my opinion. There's a lot that goes into that. But him being on that roster should automatically tell y'all, and they continue to have him on the roster if he's really in demand. And he's in demand by hypothetical. He's in demand by hypothetical. But if he continues to be in demand, you have to continue. My damn screen's so murky, so cloudy right now. If he continues to be in demand, that should tell you everything you need to know. I mean, if he's in demand and they keep him, that should tell you everything you need to know about Jared Goff and where he stands at. So, sorry for the murky screen. I didn't even notice. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live, drop videos. Check out Detroit Lions Soft playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.